changed from Gunsmoke to How the West Was Won to his own series, starring with Kate Jackson in Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Earlier this year, Bruce Boxleitner was back on the big screen, co-starring with Big John Goodman in The Babe. But now, Bruce co-stars with Rachel Ward in an exciting dramatic thriller, a Showtime original movie called Double Jeopardy.
I sure like the story. You said that from a lot of sides, when you were starting out in the business, they said, Boxleitner, Boxleitner.
Oh,
let's find a name, but you said no because grandfather was alive.
Yeah, my grandpa was alive. I come really from some very simple folks, you know, they're farmers, and they just wouldn't have understood. And at that time, I just didn't want to. He was a man that was a big influence in my life. My father also, but my grandfather really was a good role model, and I couldn't have done that to him at the time.
You come to California.
Yeah.
Screen Actors card, thanks to you and Mary Tyler Moore, a terrific team.
Yeah.
How big was your part with Mary?
5 lines, if that.
Oh.
I'm just estimating. That's just a guess. 5. I know I asked Murray's daughter out to go to a movie.
Scarecrow, Mrs. King, you got a couple years out of that.
Yeah, a few.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still playing, which is nice.
Is that airing in the Wonderful World of Cable?
Yeah, the Wonderful World of Cable. That's a wonderful place.
No kidding. Let me join you there.
Yeah.
You look back at any of those episodes, will you ever take a look, or do you just say, well...
I've seen them occasionally. I was telling you earlier, I just got back from a location up in Oregon, and someone asked me, I said, well, when's the next season coming on? And I said, what? Yeah, I mean, places out in the hinterlands away from this town, there are people who believe that you're still doing it, you know. Maybe they didn't see the series at the time that it was on, you know, and I said, I'm afraid we're not doing anymore.
How long since you've spoken with Kate Jackson?
Probably 5 years.
Yeah.
I have not seen her.
That's fine.
Love to say hi to her, but...
The new thriller for Showtime. Everyone's excited about Double Jeopardy. I've got to ask you, what kind of an executive producer would dare ask you to do a bare butt scene? Who is that guy?
Who is that guy? Me.
Yeah.
Yes, that is me. And I asked myself, and I looked in the mirror and said, are you going to do this? And I said, here we go. Yeah, I did. Right in front of Celia Ward, too. You know, there's more than... It wasn't just a shower scene. There was another scene, too. Getting out of bed and going answering a telephone.
That's right. I have to give you real credit also. You surrounded yourself with some great female actresses.
Yes, boy, that was a stroke of luck. And there was a time just only a couple days before shooting that, you know, we didn't have all that gelled yet, or that cast gelled together yet.
Give me a capsule description of your co-stars. Now, Rachel Ward. Now that you've been
Rachel had a very interesting role, and she kept very much to herself. She felt it was very necessary to keep a certain distance from everyone. And I hope she would agree with me. And in saying this, I don't think I'm telling anything out of school here. And but I've always been a very big fan of hers. She had to be a mysterious woman, so she kind of kept that way. That's the way she worked.
So why didn't you tell that to the police?
Because they'd ask who I was in love with. A man and a woman can be married spiritually. And then they'll be together in heaven no matter who they're married to on earth. We've been pretty close to heaven, haven't we, Jack?
Celia Ward.
Celia is very different, very... she's quite a television gal, and I'm not insulting her in any way. I mean, she does serious work and everything, and she kind of has, I think, a very similar approach to things as I do. She's used to sitting around in a set, and like you get that way on the televisions, you know. When they say, okay, it's time, she may be talking about something and then going on, and then boom, gone. And I'd be right into it right away. I loved working with her. I mean, she was just terrific.
She never had to work long hours or raise a child. Is that what you always wanted?
She's not what I want, honey.
I don't think you know what you want. I don't think you've ever known what you wanted.
You have to put me on the stand.
You told me that when you were doing Double Jeopardy, director Larry Schiller, right, promised you wouldn't have to risk anything. It was all going to be both feet on the ground.
Rachel and I actually got up in some incredible places, hanging with little metal pitons and carabiners hanging us off of sheer rock walls. And I had only 4 hours instruction prior to that in the Chatsworth Hills, Chatsworth Rocks out there in Chatsworth, and that was it. Otherwise, it was just gird your loins and go for it.
Don't miss Double Jeopardy with Rachel Ward and our new best pal, Bruce Boxleitner. Double Jeopardy, big excitement, right here on Showtime. For now, Bill Harris in Hollywood. Thanks. We'll talk again.